10 Yoga Poses that Melt Belly Fat. The majority of people think that fat and weight loss are not associated with yoga, but they are wrong since even the easiest yoga exercises are beneficial for losing extra weight. Yoga requires movement, and even though these exercises are not as intense as some sports, yoga involves working on the breathing and quieting the mind. Actually, a number of studies have proven that there is a connection between yoga and losing weight. Most people nowadays live under constant stress, and doing yoga can be quite useful for managing stress. 10 Yoga Poses for Eliminating Belly Fat. Mountain Pose, Tadasana. This is an excellent warm-up pose. In order to do it, you need to stand straight and your feet need to be flat, your heels spread just a bit and your big toes should be touching. Your palms need to be facing the body. Then, move your hands to the front and place the palms close to one another. Breathe in, and stretch the spine. Next, your hands need to be raised above your head. You need to stretch your body as much as you can. For an even bigger challenge, raise your ankles and stand on the toes. In case you don't want to do this, just keep your feet flat. Take deep breaths and hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. When you do the last exhale, return your feet back to the floor. Do 10 repetitions of this pose, with 10 seconds break in between. Sun salutation. These are excellent to start your day with. This is a combination of 12 different yoga poses, and they are great for body detox and also for deep breathing. You need to start by placing your both feet together while in a standing position. Breathe in and relax your shoulders. When you breathe in, raise both of your arms away, and then when you breathe out, put your hands in front of your chest. Your arms need to be in a position for a prayer. Next, inhale deeply and raise both of your hands over the head. Then, stretch yourself backwards. Next, breathe out and try to touch your knees to the forehead. After that, bend your left knee and stretch the right leg behind, and make sure that your palms are touching the ground. Hold your breath and then stretch out the left leg, getting into a flat position. Then, your shin, chest and knees need to be touching the floor. At this moment, breathe in and stretch your body forwards and then bend backward. Your hands need to be kept on the floor. Breathe out and then bend forwards. When you inhale the next time, put your right leg forwards between your hands and then expand. Put your left leg forwards, take a deep breath and lean backwards from the waist, standing forward bend. In order to do this, you need to put both of your hands on each side of your body. Make sure that your feet are touching. Then, place yourself in a straight, standing position, breathe in and raise your hands over your hand. When breathing out, lean forwards so that your body is in line with the ground. Breathe in, then breathe out and lead forwards till your head touches your knees. Make an attempt to touch the ground with your palms, but make sure not to bend your knees. In case you are a beginner, touch your ankles or toes. Hold your breath and suck your belly in. Hold this position for minute to minute and a half. Do 10 repetitions and take a 10 seconds breaks between every 2 repetitions. Seated forward bend. This pose is ideal for burning belly fat and stimulating the core. In order to do it, sit up straight on the ground, and make sure the legs are stretched in front. Your feet need to be pointed towards the ceiling. Take deep breath and lift your hands over your head while following your hands, which are going upwards with your eyes. Make sure that your spine is stretched. Then, breathe out and lean forwards to the legs. If you're a beginner, you can keep your hands on your thighs or ankles. If you succeed in touching your toes, pull them backward. In this way, the stretch can be felt in the hamstrings. Take deep breaths, suck your tummy and hold your breath for 60 to 90 seconds. Breathe out and raise your body up. Do 10 repetitions. Wind relieving pose. In order to do this pose, you need to lie down on your back and your knees need to be touching the chest. This is going to help you soothe gastric issues and will help you burn tummy fat. To start, you need to lie down and you need to outstretch your feet and arms. Your heels need to be touching one another. Then, you need to bend the knees, breathe in, and when breathing out you need to bring your knees to your chest. You need put your hands below your thighs. Next, breathe in again, breathe out and raise your head. Bring your chin to your knees. Hold this position for 60 to 90 seconds. Next, breathe out slowly, free your knees and put your head on the ground. Do 7 to 10 repetitions, boat pose. This is the perfect pose for burning belly fat, since it targets this area directly. In order to do this, take a yoga mat and lie down. Outstretch your legs and arms and your toes need to be faced up. Breathe in, then breathe out and raise your head, legs and chest from the floor. Outstretch the arms so they are in line with the legs, and then look in the direction of your toes. You need to feel your abs contract and you need to hold it for 30 to 60 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out and then return to starting position. Do 5 repetitions, and take 15 seconds break between. Camel pose, you need to start in Vajrasana. Next, raise your body upward from the knees so that they support the whole body. Take deep breaths and lean the back. Next, try to touch your hands form the back. Lean your head backwards till the stretch is felt in the abs. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe out, free and return to starting position. Do 5 repetitions and take a 15 seconds rest between each. Raised foot pose. In order to do this, start in a supine position. Next, breathe in and breathe out and lean your head backwards so that it touches the ground. Your hands need to be at their first position, on each side of your body. Extend as much as possible, and be careful not to hurt yourself. Then, breathe in and lift your legs from the floor, creating an angle of 45 degrees. Hold this position for 15 seconds and pay attention to the way you are breathing. Breathe in deeply and return your legs to starting position. Do 10 repetitions and make 15 seconds breaks between each repetition. Cat pose or cow-cat pose. Begin in Vajrasana and take normal breaths. Lift your body so that you are resting on your palms and knees. Your knees need to be placed just under the hips, and your palms need to be below your shoulders. Your head needs to be straight and the knee just a little bit apart. This way the weight can be distributed evenly. Take deep breath and then push the back downwards. Stretch your abs as much as you can while breathing in deeply. Remain in this pose for about 15 to 30 seconds. Breathe out, lower the head and lean your back upward. Take deep breaths and hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Do 10 repetitions. 10 Cobra pose. This pose is great for strengthening the back muscles and stretching the abs. Take a mat and lie down with your chest down and your legs need to be spaced a bit. Your toes need to be touching the ground. Place your hands on each side of your body and your palms need to be touching the ground. Your palms need to be under your shoulders. Take deep breaths and then raise your chest and head off the floor in a slow manner. Look towards the ceiling and tighten your buttocks. Breathe deeply and try to raise your body as much as possible. Remain in this position for 30 to 60 seconds. Do 10 repetitions and take 15 seconds break.